Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we've got another Genshin Impact livestream available for us today. And boy, oh boy, I guess I heard a lot of things about how exciting this patch was. They got things like character buffs. They got things like story spoilers. Let's go ahead, experience all of it, and then give our take. Maybe we'll come back. Who knows? Maybe the buffs are going to be really good and they're going to fix a lot of units. Because I know that there's only like 10 viable ones in Genshin Impact right now. It's all the newer ones. So, let's buckle in and check this version trailer out.
The Moon Prayer Night is soon to arrive. On that day, the moon will be closest to Teyvat.
Okay,
I think you deserve a farewell party before you return home.
Am I in Super Mario Galaxy again?
If decided to participate in the festival, we should prepare accordingly.
Okay, looks like they're having fun this patch.
Our job is to leave her with some happy memories.
Jahoda is on site to ensure that everything goes off without a hitch.
Okay, looks like she's going to be available. She's going to be the new 4-star, joining the roster.
You're my target!
Is she Cryo? Is she oh no, she's Animo. Hey, okay, well, maybe she'll be strong. Who knows? But she is a 4-star unit, so, we'll see.
Come on, Columbina. It's time to celebrate the best Moon Prayer Night ever.
Happy Moon Prayer Night.
Wait, is that it? Wait, is she the only character in the patch?
I have a message to deliver on Master Rhindaughter's behalf.
Okay, so it's kind of like two parts. They got the goofy part at the start, and now this is like the serious part. Okay.
Of the story lie.
Okay, going back to Mondstadt.
Prove yourself to me.
Aunt Rhindaughter, I'll show you what I can do.
What an interesting character design. Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah. Hey, at least he's got wings and stuff. He's like a devil.
The abyss is burning shadow.
Ooh, look at he's a little edgy.
Leave it to me.
Ooh,
Okay.
why is he yelling? I'm not gonna lie, bro's just been yelling. Wait, let's play these back a little bit real fast. He's got it going off here. I'll show you what I can do. Here we go. Sunder!
The abyss is burning shadow.
The abyss is burning shadow!
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me! Dude, this guy... I think he's meant to be like the, You guys know, like, Eminence of the Shadow? Like, he's like that Chuni shit. He giving me those vibes. He's like the Dark Flame Dragon Master. Bro is the Black Flame Dragon Master.
Okay. New life.
New life! If that's what they're going for, I think he's doing it very well. But if they weren't trying to make him, like, edgy, and, like, the goal is that he's, like, kind of supposed to be taken seriously, it's over. But if he's, like, this on the nose and, like, meant to be, like, this cringe, great job. But I kind of don't feel like that's the case because they got, like, super serious music and shit playing in the background. It's, like, really dramatic and stuff like that. So I really do think that this is, like, his serious character design. And I cannot take it seriously at all. He feels like a walking caricature, like a joke.
This is the gate to the ancient kingdom of Conria.
The limits and laws of this world are changing
Oh,
due
she's
to
back.
some unknown factor.
Oh, wow, they got
Abyssal
Sucrose.
activity has been encroaching closer and closer
Venti.
to Mondstadt.
Wait, that's not Venti, that's a new unit. I haven't seen that guy before. Holy shit, when is he releasing on Banner?
It is the Animal Archon's duty to intervene in times of need. As such, I, Barbados, will bring forth a wind strong enough to disperse whatever storm lies ahead.
This must mean he's getting buffed, right? If they're, like, displaying his kit and shit, he's he actually got buffed.
I look forward to
Him
what
too.
questions you'll bring me upon our next meeting.
Otherwise, there's no reason why they're showing these kids. Fucking Razor?
Forest.
I bet this is
Flea?
where we find the turtles.
If I fail in the task I've been given, will I create yet another tragedy?
All right, so this is the timeline. Venti, all those characters were released in 1.0 of the game. And so, in version 6.3, right? We're on 6.3, right? Or is it 6.2? I don't really know at this point. I think it's 6.2. In version 6.2, about 5 years after the release is when they gave out the buffs for the 1.0 characters. And so, if you want your Inazuma and Sumeru characters to be playable, just wait until 7.0. Sorry, 7.2 and then 8.2. Then Fontaine will be back in like 9.2. It's just going to take 5 years for the release of the character for them to actually do anything about the fact that they're not usable at all. Awesome.
We have used every last resource at our disposal. All that remains is to wait, patiently and quietly.
I can already feel the moon calling to me.
I'm sorry. I haven't really been able to pay attention to the plot. Is this... I feel like I haven't been like this unsure of what the fuck I'm even supposed to focus on in a Genshin trailer before. Like, weren't we just like over in Mondstadt and like, okay.
I saw one of those.
I don't. It seems like they're trying to do so much with this trailer. It's insane. Like, they had like their goofy little wind festival. They had Jahoda with her facial expressions all goofy. Now we're in Mondstadt. Now we went inside a book and now it's like Durin. Now we're like Edgelord 9000. Then we show off all the old characters getting buffed, and now we're back to I think this is just crazy, to be honest.
Phantoms at Star Sand Shoal? It was some sort of flying ship.
When a new moon goddess is born, we will surely know her name.
Thank you, Lady Harbingers, for providing such valuable information.
Okay,
You need
hey.
to defy one of the fundamental rules
All right,
of this
Wanderer
world.
official.
I'm afraid her intended method of returning to the moon
Oh,
is
and then we got
unlikely
Alice,
to work
too.
anymore.
Columbina, are you here?
You might say that we stand at the crossroads of fate.
What the fuck is even what are they doing in this version? I'm just going to be honest with you. This has to be one of the most discombobulated version trailers I feel like I've ever seen. It feels like half the shit was like out of order. I don't think the content in the patch necessarily looks bad or anything. I just think that there's a lot of like, you know, potentially questionable ways with how that trailer was even organized. What the fuck? A Nocturne of the Far North. Okay.
Hell.
All right, let's skip the hell out of this shit because, well, as you can probably see from all the little bits that are being shown, yeah, they're just going to be spoiling the entire damn story. So, once again, I'm going to do all of us a favor and just skip right the hell past that, and let's get started with, I guess, some of the character kits. Oh, God, there's a lot. Let's check Durin out. Let's see what he does.
Also possesses a power that comes from fairy tales.
What?
Whoa, wait. So he can wield 2 different powers?
That's right. And because of that, he also has 2 distinct combat styles.
Wow.
Okay, he's got 2 forms.
Oh, nice.
So, after casting his elemental skill, Durin can freely choose which power to use. So, if you tap his normal attack after unleashing his skill, Durin will enter the Denial of Darkness state and channel his aggressive side.
Whoa.
Using this elemental burst in this state will increase
Wait, what the fuck did he even do?
which power to use. So, if you tap his normal attack after unleashing his skill, Durin will enter the Denial of...
Oh, okay. I like how they're so excited because they're like, whoa, this character's gonna have more than 2 abilities? That's fucking crazy.
Darkness state and channel his aggressive side.
Whoa.
Using this elemental burst in this state will increase his own vaporize and melt reaction damage while periodically dealing pyro damage to a nearby enemy.
Okay, so he has
Now, if you
pyro
tap his
coordinated
elemental
attacks.
skill again after casting it, Durin will instead
can be
enter the
DPS.
confirmation of purity state, focusing more on supporting his companions.
Okay, so he sounds overpowered. So, unless both states are, like, kind of, like, mid, and the fact that he can freely choose which one to do makes him, like, that, and his flexibility is a strength. If both of them are good, isn't he just broken? Oh, wait. That's how Genshin balances the game now, where they make every new character completely fucking overpowered compared to the old ones.
Using his elemental burst in this state will periodically deal damage to nearby enemies while decreasing their pyro resistance.
Is he just a Mavuika teammate? Did Mavuika need another buff?
Oh.
He can also reduce certain elemental resistances by triggering corresponding reactions.
Dang,
Yeah,
cool.
it's a lot.
And it looks like his elemental burst animation changes depending on what state he's in. In the light state, it's like a painting, and the stars look like the ones in Simulanka. But in the dark state, it looks like the dragon's power takes over and he's gearing up to annihilate his enemies.
Couldn't they give him a different animation? Wait, are both animations just the same, but like one's a little bit more red? They literally fucking are. They literally are.
More on damage to...
Dang,
Yeah,
cool.
it's a lot.
And
what the why are they... Why couldn't they give him a different
the light
animation?
state, it's like a painting, and the stars look like the ones in Simulanka. But in the dark state,
Why couldn't they
it
give him a
looks like
different
the dragon's
animation?
power takes over, and he's gearing
It just one's more red.
up to annihilate his enemy.
Seriously? What? I don't... That's just lazy. I'm sorry. This company makes too much money to not do that. This company literally makes too much money to, like, not have a second ultimate animation.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, you know, the way he changes states reminds me of how Nilou changes dance steps. It all really depends on what you do after using his elemental skill.
Oh, yeah.
Which means his kit can be adapted for multiple kinds of scenarios.
He's overpowered.
On one hand, he can fight against groups of enemies while shredding elemental resistance for his party members. But on the other, he can target a single enemy and enhance his own damage output.
Great. Yeah, that sounds... He sounds like he's gonna be super balanced.
Oh, super flexible. I love that. I'm still curious about what his life as a human has been like, though.
I don't care. All right. Surely they're done talking about his kit, right? Yeah, they're just yapping. All right, now let's see the, I guess we'll... Wait, are they gonna go through the rest of the character buffs now? Okay, let's see what they did for Venti.
Erica? This is version Luna 3. Wasn't Venti released, like, a lifetime ago?
Yeah. It's been 1,000 years, but just wait until you see his brand new combat skills. Okay, so tap his elemental skill to summon a storm zone, and hold it to summon a larger storm zone that allows Venti to soar high up in the air using...
Isn't that just his regular kit? Wait, hasn't he had this the entire time?
the power of the wind. With his elemental burst,
It's the same attack.
Venti creates a storm eye in front of him that...
Are they... What do you... Is this supposed to be the updated kit?
pulls in enemies and deals continuous damage.
Nice.
Right. But none of this is, well, new information.
True.
I know, okay, gosh, I was just giving a recap. Okay, this is the new part.
Okay, so they're just yanking my fucking pizzle over here. All right, what's the new part?
If the active character triggers a swirl reaction while Storm Eye is active, their damage and Storm Eye's damage will be increased for a certain period of time.
Sorry, I didn't wait 5 years for this because I don't even have this character. But, like, they waited 5 years for that? Surely there's more, right?
In addition,
Okay, there's more.
Venti's normal attacks are converted into Windsunder arrows that pierce through enemies in their path.
But he's still not able to pick up regular mobs, right? So, like, this whole, like, piercing thing and, like, main DPS thing, it's still not going to work against any of the enemies where it matters, right? Because, like, as far as I'm aware, you take this guy into the Spiral Abyss and, like, his ultimate just does nothing. And so, I guess he'll now fire arrows that pierce through targets that aren't getting grouped because his ultimate doesn't group anything.
Dealing anemo damage and extending Storm Eye's duration.
Oh, so his burst changes his normal attack too. That's so cool.
But, like, this is he now a DPS? So they turned him into a DPS when, like...
Oh, that's awesome. Wait, I don't think I've seen that weapon before either. Oh, but it's got a bunch of Cecilias on it. It definitely looks perfect for Venti.
So they got him a new signature weapon, too. Didn't he already have Elegy of the End?
Yep. So that's it. Moving on.
Whoa. Hold on. Just 1 second.
Are they going to show us the new weapon?
Venti has new abilities now. What's going on?
Okay.
Wait, did I like rewind?
What's going on is that Venti decided to recover some of the power he...
Okay, get this. This is the most retarded explanation I ever... Yeah, he just decided he wanted to be stronger. What? I'm not even going to try to listen to this lore explanation. All right, I guess we're moving. Is that the only buff? Is that the only buff they decided to show? Didn't they show, like, Albedo and Razor too? Did they just skip them? Wait, did they just show... Okay, all right. We got the witch's homework here.
Started with Alice and something
Keep
called
watching? Okay.
the Little Witch's Dictionary, filled with a series of tasks.
What are you doing? Okay.
Leading their task, these companions will become Hexerei characters. When at least 2 Hexerei characters are in the party, the combination triggers the Hexerei Secret Right effect, enhancing the party's combat capabilities. In fact, the changes we just introduced for Venti are the Hexerei Secret Right effect at work, triggered by 2 Hexerei characters.
Triggering Hexerei Secret Right enhances the effect of Durin's elemental burst in both forms, whether it be the res reduction effects from... Okay, so you now need a Hexerei character on his team. Okay, so they've just decided to take the Nod Cry team-up mechanics, where... Currently, the endgame of Genshin Impact is not completable without using the Nod Cry team-up mechanics, because the enemies become basically, they get 2 HP bars if you don't. And so now they're going to have shit where, I guess now you're going to need the Hexerei team mechanics active, otherwise the enemy's probably just going to be invulnerable.
Whoa. In this case, Durin and Venti being in the same team.
I get it.
Along with Durin and Venti, additional Mondstadt characters have their own tasks to complete.
So they managed to weave the buffs into another predatory mechanic to sell the newest characters. Just like how they did in HSR, where they made it so that they buffed old units in HSR, but then all the old units now need Hyacinth and Tribi to do anything. So to make use of your buffed old units, your Blades, your Jing Lius, all those guys, you had to pull the new units anyways. And so similarly, these characters are probably going to be butt-fucking useless unless you pull Durin. I feel like that's just the vibe. The buffs are basically going to be non-existent, not change anything at all, unless you pull Durin to use with these teammates. Because believe me, if you don't pull Hyacinth and Tribi to work, or fucking Hisselins, right? To work with the buffed HSR characters, the buffs are useless. And I wouldn't put it past Hoyo at all to make these characters and their interactions trash unless you have Durin on the team. I wouldn't put it past them at all. After seeing what they did with HSR's buffs, I would not put it past them at fucking all. And just read this, guys. Read what the effect is. Triggering Secret Right enhances the effect. It increases your res reduction, his resistance reduction, massive amount of damage amplification from reducing resistances. It gets better with this team up activated. What do you think the effects are going to be like for the other characters? And second, is it going to be specialized Durin effects? Who knows? But once again, we have a track record when it comes to this company of fucking up the buffs that they do to older units and then making them centered around all the new ones. So again, maybe they'll be different over here. But why would I give Hoyo the benefit of the doubt in November 2025? After they spent a whole year running this game's meta into the ground with the release of Mavuika Sitlali, Skirk, Escoffier, all these broken fucking units. And then you add on top of that Lunar Bloom, Lunar whatever, the new Nod Cry team-up mechanics where enemies are invincible unless you fucking put in 2 Nod Cry characters. After all of that, I'm not going to give Hoyo the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to assume that these buffs are inherently predatory. That's just it. And I'm happy to be proven wrong, but I'm going to go with what they've done 100% of the time this entire year. I'm gonna go with the track record over here.
Familiar companion.
Yep. Plus, after completing the intro
All right.
quest from the witch
Well, I guess let's check out the Klee changes then.
from an intense combat encounter.
Okay, what the
New combat abilities.
What?
Whoa, so does everyone have a different task?
Yes, the tasks are tailored to the companions, so it could be anything from an intense combat encounter to a relaxing outing. For example, Klee's task is to help her adorable Dodoko companion. Once she completes it and is paired with another Hexerei character, her normal attack will automatically trigger a charged attack as a coordinated move.
So, to use these buffs, you have to place them with the Hexerei character. I already know what they're doing. Yep. It looks like we're going to have a bunch of new I bet Alice going to be a Hexerei character. I bet Varka going to be a Hexerei character. Oh, boy. So you need a Hexerei. I already knew it. Yep, you need a Hexerei character.
Maneuver. Plus, travelers can look forward to an optimization in the new version that makes her normal and charged attacks a lot smoother.
Each Hexerei character will gain their own special abilities after completing their task.
Why can't they just get them without being on a team with another one? Why can't they just get their abilities? I don't understand. What is with this additional restriction on the buffs?
For example, when Albedo's solar isotoma creates a transient blossom after hitting an enemy, it will also generate a silver isotoma, which will no longer be destroyed by monster attacks and can.
After silver isotomas are generated, the damage dealt by all of the Hexerei characters in the party will be increased based on Albedo's defense. So now it's like, are they like reverse engineering it? Where it's like, okay, now your Varka and Alice are going to be useless unless you pull Albedo. And by the way, Albedo can only be used on the Hexerei teams. Because outside of them, he is legitimately fucking worthless. Wait, this somehow feels even worse. They're like buffing the old units. It almost looks like they're going to be staples in these new teams, but then they can only be used on the Hexerei teams and nowhere else. So it's like literally forced team building because Albedo is not a fucking character right now. And the only way for him to be a character is to use him in Hexerei teams. And so they're locking down the team building now, essentially. Because he's unusable without this.
Unleash attacks just like the solar isotoma.
Wow.
Super nice.
So that should make it much easier to have one of his flowers on the field without gaps in time, right?
That's right. In addition, Fischl can now provide 2 different team buffs depending on whether your party is Overload and Electrocharged focused.
So she became like Chevreuse, but only for Mondstadt? What the hell? Why can't they they're just forcing all of these teams. Like, I already know that, like, Alice is probably going to be Pyro, right? Alice is probably going to be Pyro. Just think about what other teams you'd be able to do. Just think about all of the actual team comps you'd be able to build and stuff if there wasn't this restriction built in.
Or Lunar Charged focus.
What?
Plus,
but it's like, okay, I guess that one is just going to be Nod Cry and Hexerei only.
Razor's elemental control.
But maybe some of these are actual buffs without needing any Hexerei team up in the first place.
Will be enhanced, allowing his overflow electro sigils to deal additional damage and regenerate energy.
Just remember,
Surely some of those that didn't have the Hexerei wording would trigger without the Hexerei team up, right? Surely, right?
travelers, once you've completed the designated quest from the Witch's Dictionary, these abilities will only trigger when at least
Never mind. Well, that's pretty self-explanatory. They will only trigger if you have at least 2 Hexerei characters. I don't even understand. There's no rhyme or reason for this shit. This shit is pathetic. All right.
Exciting.
All right, let's dive into...
Like, I already know what's going to happen. So think about it this way. They're going to add these broken pieces to Mondstadt character kits that basically, you can only leverage with the newer units that are going to be Hexerei that are coming out. Just think your Varkas, think your Alice's, think your whoever the hell that other Nicole person is. They're all going to be Hexerei, right? And they're all going to need these older units, probably for their big buffs and their big damage. Their best in slots will be the older units. And then you'll pull your Albedo or whatever the fuck. And then guess what? Your Albedo's only going to be usable on this Hexerei team and then in no other teams at all. So it's like you now feel this pressure to pull this unit that is literally only usable in one team. Hey, if you already have them, great. But if you don't, then like great. Now you're pressured to pull Albedo to use him in one team and nowhere else because he's useless everywhere else. I just think that is... I just think that's crazy. I think that's a crazy way to buff characters. Only to support the sales of newer ones.
Upcoming event wishes.
Yes!
In the first half of Luna 3, we'll have event wishes for Venti and Durin, plus a new 5-star sword, Athame Artis, and a new 5-star bow.
Hey, I guess Venti's getting a new signature weapon, boys. It literally just looks like Skyward Harp. Wait, that is Skyward Harp. That's Skyward Harp with like a fucking green tone on it. Wait, there's no way it looks... Bruh, that's basically the same fucking photo. Are you... It looks almost exactly the fucking same.
The Daybreak Chronicles will be featured on the weapon banner, just in time for Venti's new gameplay.
And the one, the only new 4-star character, Jahoda, will also be available on the first half banners.
They didn't even show this character's kit. Wait, what does she even do? They didn't even show her.
Don't worry, okay? Don't worry. We didn't forget to introduce her. That is coming up next.
Yes,
And
definitely.
during the second half of version Luna 3, we'll have returning
Hey,
event wishes for Varasa.
Don't pull on these banners. You want to know why? Because they're not... Sorry, they're Natline characters. Natline characters are out of the meta now. It's fucking... You gotta have the Nod Cry characters, and you gotta have the Hexerei characters now. Get this shit out of here. Hey, they're power corrupt. It's over. All right, let's see what this... Good.
I'm obsessed. I reply to all of them. Those are all me. But even though Jahoda ends up...
Okay, can you stop spoiling the story? Where's the kit?
She died. But that's where she's super agile in combat. With her elemental skill, she dashes towards enemies, and after striking them, she can absorb the elements applied to them to fill her loin treasure flask. Of course, if she accidentally misses her target, she might get a little upset.
Okay, that's so cool. After hitting enemies with her elemental skill, she puts on her goggles when she sprints.
I love those goggles.
I love that so much. She's so cute. Okay, but back to the treasure
locked
flask.
in, but like, what does she do?
Okay, well, Jahoda throws it at her enemies, dealing anemo damage. Plus, if your team reaches Ascendant Gleam, the treasure flask will periodically consume the elements within, dealing
So she doesn't work without another Nod Cry unit, because I think the only purpose of this unit is to do off-field coordinated attacks with her flask, and you can't even do that without having Ascendant Gleam, which is the Nod Cry team-up bonus. So, yeah, she doesn't have the main part of her kit without having a Nod Cry unit on the team. Guys, I think I know what Hoyo's doing right now. They've decided to take the worst feature from Zenless Zone Zero and put it into Genshin Impact. They're adding fucking core skills from ZZZ, where basically... in Zenless Zone Zero, if you don't have the right teammate on somebody's team, they just don't have a part of their kit. Like, people will just have, like, parts of their kit that are, like, deal 50% more damage. And if you don't have the core passive enabled because you don't have the right teammate, it's just gone. It's just gone. And it seems like this is what is going on in Genshin. They're locking essential pieces of a character's kit. They're locking a character's usability. The reason why you're pulling them, it's locked behind them being paired with the right teammate. It's not enough, right? That there's synergy in, like, the buffs, or that there's, like, synergy in, like, you know, oh, I'm gonna use the guy that buffs attack with the DPS that scales with attack. That's synergy. You now need to have another layer of synergy on top of it. We can only use characters from the same region with each other. Wow. Because she just doesn't get her coordinated attacks if she doesn't have Nod Cry units. Guys, I'm not going to lie. Isn't that crazy? She just doesn't have her coordinated attacks.
Responding elemental damage to enemies.
Ooh.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Look at the blue explosions. You don't get those if you don't have Ascendant Gleam.
Throws it
Those
right
are
back at
off-field
her.
attacks that you just don't get. That is Nod Cry only. This right here is Nod Cry only. Wow.
Enemies. I love that
Why are you laughing?
resourcefulness. She's so
too.
good.
Well, if there's one thing my girl has, it's survival skills. Travelers have seen that for themselves, so she definitely knows how to be there for her clients in a pinch. Also, Jahoda's elemental burst deals animo damage and summons a personal coordinated assistance robot that continuously restores HP to the active character. And, get this, if the active character's
Okay, so she
HP
heals, it has
is
coordinated
above
attacks.
a certain threshold, the robot will also heal the party member with the lowest HP.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's a healer too. That's super useful. I'm like,
Okay, so she heals and has coordinated attacks. That's the kit. And if you don't have her in a Nod Cry team, then she only heals. And literally does nothing else. She heals and normal attacks outside of Nod Cry teams, and with them, she has coordinated attacks. Great.
so bad with healers. This is very helpful to me.
Awesome. Now, okay, so they're just shipping out incomplete kits. Oh, wait, she has another?
Reaches Ascendant Gleam, the robot will also absorb elements from surrounding enemies and convert them into cat claws that deal.
Ah, okay, so she has two types of attacks that you don't get without Nod Cry care. Okay, so it's not just the vial exploding, it's also this cat claw shit too.
Corresponding
Okay, so there's even more of her kit that's locked behind the team up bonus.
elemental damage at intervals.
Amazing. With both healing and elemental application abilities, Jahoda seems like a real team player.
She's a racist team player because she just decides that this scum from Sumeru doesn't deserve her coordinated attacks. I guess.
Oh, yeah, for sure. My girl is definitely something incredible.
I'm sorry, the character's design is like, this kit design is inherently racist. Like, what the hell? What is this kit? Literally, two types of coordinated attacks, like elemental application that you don't get. She loses two forms of elemental application in the elemental reaction game, where like elemental reactions are the bread and butter of this game. She loses two forms of it if she's not with Nod Cry characters. What?
I mean, close teamwork is essential for someone in her line of work.
That's a huge DPS loss? Yeah, if you know how Genshin's combat system works, losing two forms of your off-field application is insane. A character losing two forms of off-field application.
Her cat claws will even receive
But she still has the robot. The robot does coordinated attacks too if you have Ascendant Gleam. The robot literally does the attacks as well if you have Gleam, but you can only get Ascendant Gleam with two Nod Cry characters in the party.
Responding enhancements based on the most prevalent elemental type in your party, making her team coordination even tighter.
Okay, so you don't need just Nod Cry characters, you need Nod Cry characters of the right element too.
And,
oh my gosh.
And we're not done. As a to Nefer, she
investigate.
All right, whatever. It's just more story spoilers.
So it's like a winter sports event.
Yep, those environmental conditions look tough though. Even
Super
cheering
tough.
on the sidelines seems like a struggle.
Okay, they've got the Winter Olympics.
And for that reason, the race is attracting challenge seekers from far and wide. Varessa and Shilonen have even made the trip from Natlan to participate.
You know what?
Wow.
I'm not surprised Varessa decided to join. I mean,
Okay, what does the actual event look like?
Familiar companions during their training as well.
All right, talk us through it, coach.
This first training minigame is a revival of a co-op classic. Not Wind Trace this time, but Snow Trace.
Okay, they're playing prop hunt. Great.
It looks like
Okay.
Nerves. Launch some snowballs in the Jade pitching minigame.
The different snowmen each have different effects and
This is made for kids. I'm sorry, this is made for fucking children. What the hell? Well, I feel like I'm literally at like a kid's carnival. I really feel like I'm at a carnival for kids. What the hell is this?
Without a little intense
Okay, they got a
physical
battle event
activity.
though. Hey,
In
hey,
a
W.
trial of valor, travelers will need to configure different battle souls to help their team defeat enemies and clear the stage objective.
Nice.
Battle souls not only provide powerful combat buffs, but they also enhance your ability to earn points, allowing you to net an even higher score.
Oh,
We love that.
man, I am so
Maybe this will be fun. Who knows? It kind of just looks like you're using Durin and then fucking... It looks like this is just an ad for the fucking... This looks like it's one of those combat events that's actually just... It's just disguised as an ad. It's a Durin and Hexerei ad where I'm pretty sure it's like these tasks that you have to do. You'll have to use pre-designed Hexerei teams. Otherwise, if you don't, like, you just won't be able to complete it. And so it literally looks like just an ad for the new mechanics.
In addition, participating in the various training activities
Which I
and
guess might be
stages of
good
the
if some people like it, but like it doesn't
competition will allow you to accumulate
it's
blazing
not what I
spirit.
would think of when I'm
And
like thinking of
after
like a
reaching
free form
certain
combat
amount,
event.
you can claim various rewards, including the 4-star weapon, Rainbow Serpent's Rainbow, and its refinement.
Okay, great.
Does everyone remember Bing Bang Finch Ball?
What the fuck is Bing Bang Finch?
Travelers will
what is
need
this
to control the paddles on both sides of the table to send.
shit? Okay, get this off my
Where
screen.
travelers will need to
Okay, get this off my
indwell different.
screen.
travelers can play.
Okay, this
Your
is
friends.
the goofy
Yeah.
minigame version. Holy shit. There's so many, it's unbelievable. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. Some people, I think some people are gonna be overwhelmed. I think some people are going to be overwhelmed by the number of fucking minigames in this patch. I think I've counted like 7 of them. That is so many of these goofy ass games you're gonna have to play.
To check it out.
Oh, definitely.
Is there another one after
And
this?
In addition, envisaged Echo's challenges for Klee and Albedo are being
Bro, nobody gives a
Additions to
fuck
Genius
about this. Okay,
Invocation for their
Genius
deck.
Invocation.
Characters rewards from daily commissions. After consuming encounter points, travelers can
wow.
Okay, they got more
Plan
quality of
another
life.
That's
Okay, they got the quality of life
information
over
for their
here.
decks. Version Luna 3 also has
Let's
other
see the quality
optimizations
of
in
life.
store, including improvements to the character lists, filtering, and sorting functions. Relevant information will be displayed
Who the fuck is sorting by friendship? Okay, whatever.
more clearly, so it should be easier to track down the characters you're searching for.
Oh, I love that. Super helpful.
That's sure, I guess. Those are some odd categories, though. But yeah, whatever.
In addition, the devs have increased the amount of reputation experience for Natlan and other nations,
Cool. You can do this reputation building shit faster.
which should make it quicker to obtain those rewards for travelers who haven't gotten around to it.
Oh, wow.
Plus, there's a small change when it comes to claiming rewards from daily commissions.
I'm gonna be honest. These are some very lowbrow changes, but sure.
After consuming encounter points, travelers can now directly claim the commission rewards from Catherine, including the 60 Primo Gems.
Why don't you just make it so you can claim them without going to Catherine? Why don't you just let people claim it from like a menu that they can open up everywhere instead of having them teleport back to the city to go claim it from a fucking NPC? Are you serious? What the? Wait, doesn't this just remove the click that you have to do to like click on the encounter points? Doesn't that just remove that part where you gotta click that, then go to Catherine? These guys are actually just trolling. No, these guys are they're just yanking your fucking pizzle too. Nah, there's no way they didn't just make it so that you can claim it from the menu. That's insane that they made it so that they removed the click from the menu and didn't just make it so that you could claim from the menu. There's no way.
Primo Gems.
Nice.
I know.
That's how you know none of these VAs play the game.
All right, it's time for our
Because
last
if they actually played every day and did their dailies, they'd be like, this is some dog shit. What the fuck are they doing?
break. We'll be back with a few updates for Milliastra Wonderland.
Oh boy, I can't wait for the Milliastra Wonderland updates. Oh boy, I wonder how much this one costs.
Awesome! Now that Milliastra Wonderland has been live for almost an entire...
Everyone hates this game mode, don't they? I'm actually surprised that they, like, at least they kept it only, like, 1 minute because of the negative feedback.
Hey, that's pretty good. A Milliastra...
Dude, these skins look, like, terrible, too. What the fuck even is this? I'm not gonna lie. I don't even want to watch the rest of this. That UGC section just looked like complete dog shit. All right, so let me give my take for this update. I'm already ready to see it crash and burn when it comes to whatever the fuck they're doing in regards to these character buffs. This to me is literally just a direct repeat of what they did in HSR, but they somehow made it worse. Where instead of the buffed characters being DPSs that use supports that are new, they're instead they're buffing the supports that the new DPSs will use. But this is like a way worse situation because at least in HSR, when you pulled Hyacinth and Tribby, you knew that they could be used with all the other characters too. In this situation, when you pull your Varka, your Alice's, your whoever, they're going to need this Hexerei character. You pull that Hexerei character, and then you can only use them on Hexerei teams because an essential part of their kit is going to be locked behind having the team up. And when you factor that in with the design of Jahoda, which is one of the most disgusting things I've ever fucking seen, I am just in awe that they are removing a character's off-field elemental attacks. They're just removing them if you don't have Nod-Cry characters on her team. Guys, just imagine that, like, if Yelan did not have another leeway character, her ultimate just did nothing. Her ultimate did damage, but it didn't apply Hydro. How useful would that character be? It does elementless damage. And then when you have another leeway character, she now does Hydro damage. It would be fucked up. But that's, like, obviously, like, and the way that I described it, it's even better. Because this character just doesn't even deal her damage. No application, no damage. It just goes all out the window without Ascendant Gleam. What the fuck? Is every character going to be like this? They already basically put in soft restrictions, right? With the design of Skirk and Escoffier, where if you don't have only Cryo and Hydro characters on their team, they deal no damage. Now they're just going to add taglines into kits, where it's like, hey, if you don't have characters from the same region, good luck doing anything. I'm going to be real. There are very few characters in the baseline game. I actually feel like we're in Genshin 2 right now. I think that ever since Nod-Cry released, it's been like, ever since 5.3, we've been in like Genshin 2. There are no like Genshin 1 characters that have this absurd need to be paired up with specific units like this. And ever since Genshin 2 released, it's just been this insane pairing necessity. And I'm not going to lie, I keep talking about how this game has gotten steadily worse. And I'm always looking for an opportunity to say that it's actually gotten better. And I thought that this update, this stream over here, with buffs to older units, I thought that was actually going to be a time where I could say it's getting better. But when I see that these buffs are only being used as another way to FOMO people into pulling for the newest characters or pulling dog shit units that happen to work with the newest character, good lord. Like, why do they need to be teamed up? Why can't they just have these effects at a baseline? Why do they only work with other Hexerei characters? It's all just to extract as much value as possible. Once again, there's a monkey's paw when it comes to Hoyoverse. They buffed your older units. But did you want them buffed like this? Guess what, guys? I can't wait for the leeway units to be buffed. And then you're going to need the special leeway character. And their buffs only work with the new special leeway character. The Sumeru character gets buffed. It only works with the special new Sumeru character. And then Fontaine, then that, just so on and so forth. What is this, bro? Think about what tone this has set for buffs in the future for this game. Think about how this has taken the wins out of the sales of so many individuals who had hopes, right, for their Hu Tao, who had hopes for their Zhongli and all that other shit. It's all going to come with so many restrictions, and I don't think those restrictions are going to be very much fun at all. That'll be that for this one, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be that for our reaction to the Genshin, whatever version this is, live stream. I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm actually very disappointed, and, well, I guess you are too if you made it this far. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.